Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Jennifer here. I just wanted to take a minute today and talk to you about something special. First of all, what is this? This is a pumpkin, and if you are looking around town, driving around, you are gonna see these things everywhere right now. Pretty much every house, every porch, or every yard has pumpkins because that's what we used to decorate with in the fall. And last night at my house, we did something kind of fun and special. We do it every year. We carved our pumpkins. We scooped out all the slimy stuff and we very carefully drew out our pictures and then cut them out. And I thought maybe I would show you my pumpkin that I carved last night. Do you want to see it? Okay, here it is. Ta-da! This is my pumpkin that I made last night. Now some pumpkins are short and round and some are tall and skinny. And so this is the pumpkin that I chose to carve last night, and I made a cross because the cross is very special to me. And while I was carving this pumpkin, it reminded me of a story. So that I thought that I would take a minute today to share this special story with you. So I hope that you will listen in and enjoy. The Pumpkin Patch Parable by Liz Curtis Higgs. See that big red barn and those rolling green fields? That's where the farmer lives, way out in the country. It's so far out that the streets don't even have stop signs. The farmer grows lots of different things in those fields. He grows tall green corn and big red tomatoes, long yellow squash, and little green peas. People eat that stuff for dinner. The best vegetables the farmer grows are pumpkins. They start out as flat oval seeds, almost as big as raisins. One hot June day, soon after school let out, the farmer planted the pumpkin seeds, just like he did every summer. The seeds disappeared into the ground in nice, neat rows and grew there in the dark all through the 4th of July. Early one morning, a tiny green shoot quietly poked its way out of the soil. Soon, a long green vine stretched out across the ground. From that little vine, little buds sprouted into wide green leaves. The leaves spread out flat to catch the August sun. Someday those little green buds will turn into big orange pumpkins. But not yet. The farmer waited patiently. And he waited. And the pumpkins began to grow. How different they all looked. Some were tall and lean. Some were short and round. Some had lumps and bumps. But all of them were pumpkins. October came at last. The sky was bright blue and the air was cooler. Every night it got dark earlier than it did the night before. It was time for the farmer to harvest his pumpkin crop. The farmer's many workers brought lots of ripe pumpkins in from the field. Which one would he choose first? The farmer picked up one large pumpkin, being very careful not to let it slip through his hands. Pumpkins are tough on the outside, but they break into smithereens if you drop them. He washed off all the dirt, holding on tight. But next came the messy part. Pumpkins are full of dozens of seeds and lots of slimy pulp. The farmer had a special plan for his chosen pumpkin, so the seeds and the slime had to go. He slowly slid a large knife right into the center of his pumpkin. The pumpkin didn't make a sound because vegetables don't talk, but if they did talk, the pumpkin might have said, "Ouch!" Gently, the farmer cut a round hole in the top of the pumpkin and pulled on the stem. Squishy, stringy pulp was waiting for him inside. Yuck! The farmer pulled out all that slimy pulp and wrapped it up in an old newspaper. Off to the compost pile it went, never to be seen again. Then something really exciting happened. A pumpkin got a new face. The farmer carved a triangle for each eye. Pumpkins have eyes that don't blink or turn away. They see everything. He neatly carved a little square for the nose and then a big wide smile. What happened next was wonderful. The farmer put a small white candle down inside the pumpkin and touched the wick with a flame. How that pumpkin glowed! As the sky grew darker, the pumpkin on the porch was shining brighter than ever. When people saw that smiling pumpkin, they smiled back. All the neighbors knew that once again the farmer had turned a simple pumpkin into a simply glorious sight. In the same way, God the Father offers His children the chance to be made new and full of joy and full of light, shining like stars in the dark world. The end.